G'day everybody. I want to talk about why you should always make sure when it comes to medication that when you go to get more that you have some. Because sometimes out there people could be all sick at once. Um, the system could be lacking. Things like that. You might not have enough money to get the medication at the time it runs out. So you always make sure that you plan ahead. Definitely if you can. It doesn't hurt to plan ahead. As with me, I was lucky I didn't plan ahead too much, but I got two left, or three left of my Ventolin. And I use two at night at the moment, as I go through them too quick if I use it during the day. And during the day, if I keep up with exercise, I can just use the normal puff of Ventolin and cough it up a little bit. The hardest thing at the moment is what I've been showing in videos previously. Is getting the phlegm out from deep. It's clogging up. See if it sits in there, and if you don't get physio or have some chest medicine, as I've been talking about already, to try to break it up, you slowly just lose your air capacity. You feel like you can breathe, you're taking deep breaths. I feel like I can breathe. This is what I used to say when I was a kid. I can breathe, I'm taking deep breaths. There's something coming in, but you're not really breathing that much. And if you take two deep breaths, you can easily arc up a cough moment too. Just but other than that, try to keep at a cool breath moment. Same with my dancing. The last night I couldn't go too flat out, too quick, too fast, as I'm being a little sick. I was a little sick at the time, and my lung capacity is low. But if you keep things cruising, you can get through. You see, certain things. So the dancing in my good times, and I can breathe all right. And I could get up and do something. Now, why am I getting the tickle and coughing a little more now? When it comes to CF in the mornings and in the afternoons, it tends to just play up. And you have a coffee moment for a couple of hours, whatever it takes to get that breathing and your rhythm going, right? Then all of a sudden, you're cool for a little bit, right? It's a little bit like having drugs. You take your drugs and then you're cool for a bit. Well, that's a little bit like with CF. You do certain things and then you're cool for a bit. Well, you might not be. It depends on how bad you are. Keep doing that constantly. That's the down thing about it. You're constantly coughing. You're constantly doing these things, and you may get nowhere. You might just stay stable. Right? But anyway, I've done a little bit of rinsing and something today, and I'm about to do the arch, playing around with the rocks, and stuff like that. And I'm lucky that I got still two for tonight, because if I didn't, you don't prepare, right? And businesses should all do this. Everything in all sectors should be like this. You fall short and problems happen. So you could be coughing more, won't sleep that night. You may even have a moment where you really did need it. When it comes, usually it's that Ventolin. Usually you just go to hospital before it becomes that bad to be using that. So as long as you've got puff of Ventolin, you should get through any sudden attack. Tighten up, like when you're coughing, it tightens up and trying to get back your breath, the capacity. It's annoying a little bit, yeah. It's a rhythm you got to get back into, because if you lose it, you can easily just like hyperventilate yourself. Right? But I went to two chemists. Alama did for us, as I didn't want to get out and I wanted to do a couple of other things and didn't have time for everything. So that's good that she did that for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to get other things done that's more important to me to help me heal, you see, than to be running around and worried about certain other things as I'm running around. So Emma's been nice enough to do a lot of things for me when it comes to leaving the house. But you went to 2 chemists?
Yes.
Yeah. And one was total. They're both out of stock, aren't they?
Yeah.
The
so
one
the
can
second
get.
one said that they've got stock coming in tomorrow, so they've already got the script in for me, and I just got to pick it up for you tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And I should be all good.
The other
But-
chemist didn't even tell me when they're getting stock. They just said they're out completely.
Yeah, that's the thing. And
seems
see,
rude.
they're not doing what I'm talking about that you should do. Otherwise, what happens? They're not supplying. They actually can cause deaths, and they're meant to be the supplier. So that's even worse, isn't it, people? Huh? But they should always make sure they got some coming, which they say they do. But if you get that a lot, that's not a good thing when it comes to your business, and definitely when it comes to a lot of chemists. Because if one keeps doing it, and goes, oh, the other chemists will back it up one day. They're like, oh yeah, the other chemist, and then all of a sudden, all of them are out. That's no good. But anyway, have a good one, everybody, and see you later.